basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Warriors face the Houston Rockets, thinking about another big victory. Coach Steve Kerr is making constant changes to the starting lineup, and even without Stephen Curry, the team is playing well. For today's game, Coach Steve Kerr has not decided whether to start with Jonathan Kuminga among the starting five. Coach Steve Kerr's Golden State Warriors are doing very well at the start of the season and have 4 wins and 1 loss. His most recent commitment was on Wednesday, when he achieved his second consecutive victory by beating the New Orleans Pelicans 104-89. In the game they won against the Pelicans, the Warriors made 47.1% of their shots from the field and 34.2% of their three-pointers. His main athletes were Buddy Hield, who scored 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists and 1 block, Jonathan Kuminga, with 16 points, 4 rebounds and 2 passes for baskets, and Tracy Jackson-Davis, author of 15 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists and a block. Stephen Curry remains out of action in Texas. Stephen Curry has been cleared for practice as he works through his ankle injury. Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry has been making good progress and has been cleared to return to segments of practice on Friday evening in Houston, the team released. After missing the last 2 games with a left peroneal strain, Curry has joined the Warriors for their 5-game road trip and is expected to return in a matter of days, assuming he does not suffer any setbacks. Curry will not play on Saturday against the Houston Rockets, but he could possibly return on Monday when the team hits the road to take on the Washington Wizards. The Warriors say Curry will be re-evaluated again on Sunday before his status for the upcoming week is determined. While he has missed the team's last 2 games against the New Orleans Pelicans, both of which Golden State won by double digits, there was not a whole lot of concern surrounding Curry's latest ankle injury. When the injury first occurred, Curry downplayed the severity of it, as did head coach Steve Kerr, who called this ankle sprain mild and moderate in his post-game remarks on October 27. Without Curry on the floor, the Warriors fared just fine against the Pelicans, outscoring their opponent by 33 points combined over the last 2 games. Golden State currently ranks 4th in offensive rating, 2nd in defensive rating, and 1st in net rating through 5 games this season. Curry has not been the only Warriors player sidelined with an injury over the team's last couple of games. Andrew Wiggins has been dealing with a back issue, as has Anthony Melton. The team also gave an update on Melton's status Friday evening, stating that the combo guard will not be playing on Saturday and will have his strained lower back re-evaluated again in 1 week. Wiggins is expected to be off the injury report by the time the Warriors play the Rockets on Saturday, as he is currently listed as probable after missing the miniseries against New Orleans. Andrew Wiggins returning for Warriors to tip-off road trip. The Warriors have 5 games in 5 cities over 9 days. Houston, Warriors wing Andrew Wiggins, who missed the last 2 games due to a back strain, is set to return and rejoin the starting lineup on Saturday night against the Houston Rockets. Wiggins, 29, is averaging 19.7 points and 6.7 rebounds in his 3 games this season. The Warriors talked him up in the preseason, saying they were optimistic he'd return to his 2022 standard for a variety of reasons, and they've been proven right thus far. Wiggins told reporters in Houston on Friday that he felt his back first flare up in the team's season-opening game against the Blazers. But he's feeling good and practiced in full ahead of Saturday's contest, which tips off a difficult road trip. Golden State's first test is the Rockets, who are 3-2 and most recently defeated the Dallas Mavericks. The Warriors then head to the nation's capital for a tilt against Jordan Poole and the Wizards before 3 matchups against 3 of the best teams in the league, Boston, Cleveland and Oklahoma City. We know the competition's about to get harder this week, so it'll be a good test for us, Kerr told reporters Friday. Wiggins will be back in the fold, and Steph Curry and Anthony Melton could soon join him. both guards are ruled out for Saturday's game, but they both got on-court workouts in during morning shoot-around. Curry, who sprained his left ankle, officially listed as a peroneal strain, against the Clippers on October 27, will miss a third straight game before getting re-evaluated Sunday. Melton, who had serious back issues last season, remains sidelined with a strained lower back he described as much milder than what he experienced last year. The team is approaching his injury with caution, and he'll be re-evaluated next Friday, ahead of the Cavaliers game. Both participated in shooting drills and half-court live action during shoot-around. They finished their workout with baseline-to-baseline sprints and some encouragement from Buddy Hield, who watched while shooting three-pointers nearby. "There you go, Melt, there you go, Steph. Top of the morning," Hield said. Without Curry, Wiggins, and Melton for the past 2 games, the Warriors removed Jonathan Kuminga from the starting lineup to add more floor spacing into their starting unit while maintaining front-court continuity with Draymond Green and Tracy Jackson-Davis. Speaking with reporters on Friday after practice, head coach Steve Kerr declined to share how Wiggins' return might affect his starting 5. Last game, Golden State started Brandon Podziemski, Lindy Waters III, Moses Moody, Green and Jackson Davis. The game before, Hield was in Waters' spot. Off the bench, often in lineups with one other big, Kuminga put together his 2 best games of the season, scoring 17 and 16 points in a pair of blowout wins over New Orleans. "He's handled this quick role change, with Steph and Wiggs off, really well," Kerr said on October 30. "He's played back-to-back great games. He's such an important guy for us, with his size and athleticism and his ability to score." Notable. The Warriors rank second in the NBA in defensive rating, behind only the Thunder. Kerr has repeatedly said that this current group is more equipped to defend the ball than last season's team. He and players have also praised new assistant coach Jerry Stackhouse for implementing new principles and instilling accountability. "The number one thing in defense is always personnel," Kerr told reporters on Friday. "Scheme is overrated. We are better able to stay in front of the ball this year. And because of that, we're not having to get into rotations. We're just putting ourselves in better shape every possession. With that said, guys are playing really hard and our defensive coaches are doing a great job preparing them." Podziemski, who broke his nose in the preseason, will continue wearing a protective mask through this road trip. The mask limits his vision, especially in the periphery, and could be a major factor in his 20.7% start from three-point land this year. Aside from the outside shot, Podziemski has played well, especially in a starting role for the past 2 games. In those 2 contests, he registered 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists, with 4 turnovers in 71 minutes. He currently leads the NBA in plus-minus, plus 17.4.